Now, we spoke some time back about the magistrates courts being given power to increase their maximum sentencing powers from 6 months to 1 year, due to a backlog in court cases caused by the COVID lockdowns. Well, now it seems that has come to fruition, even though the plan has been criticised as counterproductive by many lawyers. The change has been announced by the Ministry of Justice after the plans were first announced in January. Deputy Prime Minister, Lord Chancellor and Justice Secretary Dominic Raab said, "We are doing everything in our power to bring down the court backlog, and doubling the sentencing powers of magistrates will create more capacity in the Crown Court to hear the most serious cases." Bev Higgs, National Chair of the Magistrates Association, said, "We are pleased that the government has placed its confidence in the Majesty and introduced this power alongside other measures to ease court delays." I mean, of course you're pleased. Anything for a little extra power, which is dangerous if you ask me, considering magistrates have no legal qualifications. Yes, they rely on the court clerk to advise them, but what exactly is the point in that? Surely it would be more beneficial for the clerk to be sitting on the bench rather than paying 3 idiots who know fuck all about law. The new powers will apply to magistrates courts across England and Wales and come into effect today. The change is aimed at freeing up more time for the Crown Courts to deal with more complex and serious cases and delivering swifter justice for victims, or so the Ministry of Justice said. The MOJ estimates the action could result in almost 2,000 extra days for Crown Courts per year. However, the move has been heavily criticised by the Criminal Bar Association, which represents practising barristers across England and Wales. Joe Sidhu, QC, chair of the organisation, said keeping back more cases in the magistrates may in any event only trigger more appeals to the Crown Court, adding to the growing list of outstanding cases and diverting criminal advocates from tackling the pre-existing pile-up of trials. The Criminal Bar Association said the number of outstanding Crown Court trials will be unaffected by any change to the sentencing powers of magistrates. Also, that many defendants who are charged with offences that can be tried in either Crown Court or Magistrates Courts will also choose to have a trial by jury, meaning the sentence would not typically be dealt with by magistrates if convicted. We say this is counterproductive as many defendants opt for a Crown Court trial for either way offences. Joe Sidhu QC added that the government may have also promised unlimited court sitting days, but there simply aren't enough judges to sit because, as the Ministry of Justice knows full well, it can't recruit sufficient judges who are in very large part drawn from the same diminishing pool of criminal barristers who also prosecute and defend and who are leaving in droves. So what's the point? Personally, I think many of the cases could ultimately be tossed out if they are reviewed due to them not really being criminal at all, or potentially being able to be dealt with by way of community resolution orders, which doesn't necessarily need the court to hand them out. And as explained in previous videos, is where the suspect is sorry for what they've done, apologises, and the victim agrees to this. You know, exactly what they've been doing across the country for sex offences. The whole system is a joke, and those on the inside simply can't see it. But this additional sentencing power makes it very dangerous for people who have committed very minor offences, being able to be given larger sentences simply because the magistrates courts can. Big thank you to channel supporters, one and all, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.